Ooh, gosh. I give that. Yeah, you've got good taste. I'll be on very soon. They should be on quicker than I was yesterday. It took ages yesterday. Hope you're well. Yeah, we'll pretty much get right into it, I think. My time's a bit more limited than yesterday, unfortunately. Not massively, but I have to be off by 10, and even 10 might be pushing it, so a bit less time. Hi, Amadeus. How you doing? Thanks so much for coming in. How are you doing today? How are we all doing today? I hope we're all verily merrily. Cool song, isn't it? So yeah, let's just get better right into Spyro, shall we? As much as I hate to interrupt this lovely Pictionary song. Oh my gosh. Listen to that! That's pretty darn spectacular, isn't it? Yeah, I was mucking about with one or two things on this yesterday, so new save slot. But we're back on the first one. There we go. 58%, man. It was quite a... Hello, Kraken. Need that hour to mentally prepare the track. Yeah. Oh gosh, here we go. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, I hope we're all very swell today. Yeah, we all excited. I think I saw there were some leaks. I haven't looked at them. I like to be surprised. So I'll see if I can keep it that way. Oh, cheers. I mean, we were on for a obscenely long time yesterday. Wait, is this a... Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if this was a level or a world. No, it is a world. Okay. So we want... Yeah, quite excited for that direct, tell you what. Tell you what, bear with me a second. This is being weirdly laggy today. It's probably because I opened a few extra windows. There we go, I think that should all be alright. I hope that's better. Leagues, wow, seems like we know that particular... Hey, hello, Jeff? Yes. Hello, Jeff. Hello, Idaho. How is dog? How is Jeff? How is Jeff's dog? Hope we're all excellent today. Yeah, I'm a bit, okay, so gems are down there. Well, he was pointing... Yeah, he's kind of pointing downwards though, isn't he? Yeah, as I say, I'll be on until 10. I need to go pick my brother up, basically. He is going to be interrupting Spyro, unfortunately. That's okay. There we go. Oh god. That's okay. What just happened? Gosh. Yeah, sorry about this. This is... God, this is... Bloody PC game in a nutshell. I don't know why this is lagging a bit more today. I don't think we've changed anything, really. Let me just try that. Yeah, let's have a look. Leaks far-fetched for Spyro. I'd be completely okay with that. What was the nickname? Because that always bugged me a bit in... You remember, like, in Pokemon Gen 1, if there was a Pokemon you could only get from a trade, you had to, I need a key for that. Oh. If there's a Pokemon you could only get from a trade, it would always have a nickname, wouldn't it? And you could never get rid of whatever that nickname was. Not my favourite. Tell you what, maybe if I try... Yeah, sorry about this. It's just been weirdly laggy today, I don't know why. Ducks, that's it, yeah. And yeah, I never really... That didn't sit right with me not being able to have just a Farfetch called Farfetch. And there were one or two other ones as well, I want to say, right? I believe there were like one or two other ones you could only get via a trade, and they always had some sort of dopey nickname. I don't know, I mean, actually, on my first playthrough, I think I nicknamed Pokemon, and after that, I'm not creative enough for nicknames. So I'm like, well, I'll at least let them have their actual proper names. But I couldn't do that. Like, at some point, I feel like in later gens, there probably aren't Pokemon you've got to trade for. Does that seem about right? Yeah, cheers again for the heads up on this guy last time, Jeff. I now understand how that all works. Don't know where the key is on that world, but... Ducks is the real name of the Pokemon. Well, there's the Sega game Dynamite Ducks, so... Put it in canon with that, I guess, won't we? A deed poll to change the name. Yeah, I guess the name rater just has an honor system, like, nope, can't be renaming that Pokemon. I reckon he should loosen up a bit. There we go. So I think this is the boss level, although again, I actually, you know, I honestly don't mind the, I know it's a common complaint of Spyro 1, but I don't really mind that the bosses are just kind of incidental. I think it's kind of interesting, really. They just happen to kind of be there as you come across them. No, that's something they changed for the sequel, so I'm guessing it was probably a common point of contention for this. Ah well. Hello. Oh gosh. Wait, how does that... Oh, I see. God, listen to this tune, man. Ooh. I feel I've probably said this before in here, but I've got a playlist on Spotify just for relaxing music, which often gets put on right before bed. There's a few tunes from this game that could go on now, honestly. A lot of these just kind of low-key. Wonderful little jams.
Thanks for releasing me, Spyro. You have no idea how long I've been trapped in Crystal. And, neither do I. Who are you again?
I'm out of here.
Spyro ain't got time for some, senility, would you say? Some more patience, Spyro. I'll be in the best place, man. Let's have a look. Yeah, I just saw that. I actually did add... I added the Chrono Cross theme... I debated that, actually. I did add it to my Relax playlist, even though... It's a reasonably energetic piece, but it is quite... it certainly puts me in a good state of mind. It's a lovely piece of music, that. I'm not really that familiar with Chrono Cross, unfortunately. Of course, it's still never had an official release over here to this day. Kind of crazy, though. music. Yeah, just amazing soundtracks in both those games. I know Chrono Cross in particular, people go nuts for that soundtrack. I'm only really familiar with the opening theme to it, but what an opening theme it is. Actually, yeah, I guess... Okay, to be fair, that this was a proper... Oh, I guess I defeated the boss, question mark, kind of level, so yeah, I can see why they decided to up the ante on that a little bit more on the subsequent games. That's quite fair enough, really. So we're nearly done, we're just missing, like, just like 10 gems, basically. They're always just like hidden in a tuft of grass or something similar, aren't they? But yeah, how are we all? Have we all had a good day? What game are we playing or are going to play, or another variant of that question I can't think of. Ooh, gosh. You're saying it's over there. Oh, is it... Oh gosh. Spark, you should have got that, buddy. I'm sure I went in that general direction. Oh well, I'll take it. Nice, actually my brother, the brother I'm picking up, he actually picked up Astral Chain, like, impulsively. He's getting it from Argos, so I'll give his copy a go. I would like it myself at some point, but again, it's a busy month. Busy month for game releases. Oh, nice of it. Oh, cool, man. It does look... Oh, that game does look really cool. It's quite a nice success story, really. Oh, we're so nearly done here, but I have no idea where the key is. I'll have a quick look around, but I don't really want to spend ages trying to find it. Sorry, bear with me a quick second. Sorry about this, we'll be just moving some windows around. As in desktop windows, not windows. There we go. Try and close it. It's still been a little... Still getting a few weird frame rate drops on this. Don't really know what's causing that, like more than yesterday. I changed the way it renders resolution, but it should be the same, really, but... maybe I'll have to undo that. So, wait, that is a... Oh, wait, no, that's not a, I was thinking that was one you've got to get with a key. Wait, maybe it is? No, maybe that's... I think. I might be wrong. I probably am wrong. Ah, here we go. I think it's, So I think Upsy Daisy we go here. And then... then we go the wrong way. Then we go this way. Hey! But then... Wait, where was it? Oh, I haven't got sparks with me because I'm rubbish. Yeah, where was the... Yeah, I need to be careful on this. This could get a little irritating to watch me being overly exhaustive on trying to find... It was... Wasn't that over here? Oh my gosh, my orientation is just... Look at this one, there was like a cave around here, right? With a... How am I getting that so horribly wrong? Jasmine's a glazier in spare time. Yeah, but I feel like I've said this every time I've streamed recently, but yeah, I want Wonderful 101 to get another chance. Because it's such a cool game, but I mean, of course, looked like it was a niche kind of thing on the most niche system ever released, so of course it didn't get too much attention, unfortunately. Cave is on the other side of the... Ah, thank you. gosh, I got disorientated here then. Yeah, because I kind of flew to that, didn't I? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think. So I think this one did require a. Oh, it was there. Oh gosh. Can I use the excuse that this and, as you say, the other side of the quote-unquote building, they look kind of similar? Oh god. Oh, I did that very well. Hey. Excellent. Okay, no, that does require a key, so, who knows where that is. I feel like we've been pretty exhaustive here, but keep expecting it to maybe be behind one of the level gates, but it's not seeming immediately obvious. Yeah, I tell you what, we're gonna. I think it might be because of a setting I changed, like it's 4K there, but I've like changed the text file to do with the game, so it's not technically that, but it's probably made things a bit trickier. It's just lower shower quality. It's lowest shadow quality. Yeah, sorry, the shower quality is going to be significantly lower now. Oh gosh. I don't know, I feel like it might be that, like, I used the software Streamlabs chatbot, right? Like, I used that for the sound effects and stuff, and I feel like that does cause frame rate, like, little hiccups. I probably need to look into that, but that's one of those things you Google it and you don't really get an immediately obvious response, and it's just... Oh, it gets so fiddly. That well. Shower quality for drowning Spyro. Well, my shower quality's top notch if we're judging it by that, right? How often the poor lad suffers that fate. Gosh. Yeah, not immediately see the key here. Oh, fuck at you. Ah well, we'll just I'm sure it's somewhere very obvious. That's the one I mean, anything that's not a gem I can't rely on sparks just to like seek out for me. So a bit out of luck there. That's like right out in the obvious, but ah well, we'll just. Well, actually, just to check. Yeah, no, okay, so. Yeah, Jeff, after you left last night as well, we did go back and. It's quite well hidden, that flight level on the first world, isn't it? I certainly didn't immediately come across it. Yeah, I guess we've 100%ed all of those. Which is why it does still a little bit to leave this one at that, but I feel like I'll be there for ages. We will leave that, Wait, what's the next one? Oh no, it is Peacemakers, good. Which one's Dreamweavers then? No, that's the first one, isn't it? I don't understand the level order there. No, wait, no. Artisans were... Oh wait, is Dreamweavers the one we haven't done yet? Oh gosh. Okay, yeah, I think Dreamweavers would be the next one after the one we're going to now, because I think we've got enough dragons. It's a bit of a Mario 64 thing, isn't it, where you need much less of the game's most important collectible than you can actually get, really. In terms of overall, you know, just to be able to get to the end. But we're being quite exhaustive. Oh, the key was close by, was it? Oh no. Right. Oh, maybe we'll come back to that in time. Oh, that must have been agonising to watch if you knew where it was. I'm so sorry. Oh. Oh gosh. Alas, I am a dumb. Yeah, I didn't intend to do any levels in this world, because I kind of... I was talking to the hot air balloon guy and kind of just accidentally ended up here. Then I did kind of think, screw it, I'll do a couple of levels here, but one of them wasn't Terrace Village, so I'll give that a quick go. One by Gary, right? Yeah, pretty much Armadeus. I've got a big soft spot for the Wii U. It's I'm really excited about the state of Wii U emulation, because a lot of those games look amazing when you blow the resolution up on them, but there's still a bit of optimization work to go on that. But and it is nice a number of its best games have found they found an audience cells, you know, on Switch. I mean, at full price, granted, but still, I'm glad more people got to play Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. That is a wonderful, wonderful game. I like those ones. Like that guy just sort of gleefully running about in the wind. Doing a Naruto run, he wasn't he? I'll tell you what, I'm going to try restart. Sorry, this is really bugging me why it's been a bit laggier today. I'm going to try restart the game. Jazz is being fussy. So many Dalmatians you own. Only 101? Gosh, how does Idaho get any time for fuss when there's 101 Dalmatians to compete with? Yeah, it was. I remember that kind of realization of like, oh wow, I guess the Wii U really is gonna not sell very well, isn't it? It's just, it became quite obvious, I feel, early on. Like it was, at a certain point, it was just quite clear, yeah, it's gonna struggle a bit, bless its heart. I still love it. And there aren't many exclusive reasons to still, like, I was using it for Smash Brothers still here and there until, obviously until Ultimate came out.
The dwarves in these parts have discovered the power of electricity, and it really stings.
Quite advanced species, really, aren't they? Right, that would have saved it. That definitely would have saved the game, wouldn't it? That's what those panels do, isn't it? Okay, so I'm gonna just very quickly restart the game in hopes that it'll lag a bit less. God, I don't know what's causing that. That's really strange. As I say, I wonder if it's just something to do with all the streaming bits of streaming software I'm using. Problem is, I can't. If it's to do with like sound effects and stuff, I can't possibly give those up, really, can I? They're too integral a part of the stream now. Oh gosh, pressed all the wrong hotkeys. Hooray! Thank you, whoever requested this. Is that in anticipation for tonight, possibly? Because gosh, do I approve. And nice. Hello, good guy. Oh god. It's 90s platform soundtrack Nirvana stuff. There we go. How you doing, good guy? Thanks so much for coming in. Hope you're well. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully that causes a bit less trouble. If not, I might have to fiddle with, just undo what I did earlier. In terms of resolution and stuff. This is what I'm like on PC games, just always tinkering with stuff. Which makes it especially tedious when I'm broadcasting it on mine. It's not terribly thrilling, I imagine. Yeah, how you doing, good guy? Thanks so much for tuning in. How did Yakuza go the other day, though? It was cool to see you on that. Ow. Oh, cool, mate. Like those two. It's a really fun enemy design in this game. Yeah, you'd be okay with that, Amadeus, would you? You wouldn't mind that too much. That'd be alright. I think it'd be pretty cool as well. It'd be quite alright with that. So. Oh, nice, yeah, the chapters are generally... They can vary in them packs a little in Yakuza, can't they? I seem to remember one or two from what I've played of Zero, and I think I got maybe about 2/3 of the way through Zero, which was still like 50 hours. I want to say that was about, I want to say that was about, as I say, 2/3, but I remember like one or two chapters being quite short on there. Great stuff though. Unfortunately, I haven't gone back to it too much, but tell you what, I'm going to fiddle with another thing. I'm sorry, it's going to be one of those streams where I'm just constantly stopping the game to have a little tweaking stuff. There we go, let's try that. That's a bit better. Oh, really? Oh, cool. Yeah, unfortunately, as I say, I only saw it. Oh, gosh. Jeff. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. You're absolute treasure. Thank you and welcome. Kick.
One day you'll be able to tell all the dragons about your amazing adventures.
Oh god, is it?
What I'd really like to do is get out of this swamp.
Oh god, he's posed in the way, what's his name? Jacob Reese, Finn. From the recent UK debates and stuff. The thing everyone's making jokey images out of. Look at that, it's really funny. Ah! Yeah, he's doing the same. The recent debate, yeah. Those are so. Have you seen the Michelangelo painting one? Which I think is God saying like ... really. He's not impressed. It's really good. Bit fiddly this hair, isn't it? This probably isn't my favourite gimmick, the electricity going on. Yeah, I think I'm still getting some frame rate drops. They might be less. Could be worse. Okay, that's the position that Joseph Stream said. Well, I don't use webcams. No, Skydive. I don't use a webcam, so I guess you can fill in the blanks yourself, however you may. Go ahead, why not? That would be quite funny. That is something like, as soon as I saw the images for that, I was like, oh, the internet's gonna have fun with this, aren't they? I'm so glad they did. It's so delightful. Okay. How controversial things are on UK stuff. Yeah, it's a much needed levity, really, isn't it, Amadeus? I kind of said it yesterday. I'm deliberately. I just can't. It's just emotion. I mean, the thing is, I feel a bit bad about that in a way, because some people are in less of a position to be able to ignore it. I mean, none of us really are, but certain people in certain kind of groups are. Like, there's certain cases where some people just can't shut out politics as easily for whatever reason. So I feel a bit bad just sort of putting my fingers in my ears again and just saying la 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 repeatedly. But I like being sound of mind if I can. You know, I don't mind that. Okay, I don't want to speak too soon, but I think the fill I just did, I think that actually has solved our weird little juddery problem. I won't go into it because it's a bit boring, but... But yeah, it's I mean, British politics. It's been funny seeing international reactions to the because weirdly they've been streaming that on Twitch, haven't they? Which, God, the chat for that has got to be like the stream chat on the side has got to be interesting. That, hasn't it? It is funny seeing international reactions of just like, is it always this farcical? Is British politics always just batshit? No one knows what the hell they're doing. I mean, probably not far off, really. But yeah, as funny as it can be, I value my a good state of mental well-being, so I'm trying not to look at it too much at the moment. But I certainly don't blame those who are looking at it, especially in the watching a car crash kind of mentality. They have sub-emotes! What the hell are the sub-emotes on the Parliament? Oh god, was it Larry the cat, the Downing Street cat? Is it the emote of him, or like... What the hell, man? I mean, my Donkey Kong emote, that's from a Parliament debate. No wonder he looks so frazzled in it. It's the only sane mind in the room. Certainly the best dressed in the room, if he was there. Oh, that's fun. That's quite fun. Oh gosh. Yeah, I can't believe we came across a dragon doing that same pose. I mean, if they've got like 100 dragons or whatever it is in this game, I guess they're going to be in various poses one way or another, but... That is really funny that it was that. God. Let's have a look. Yeah, absolutely, Amadeus. Yeah, there's no... If you're in a position to, there's no shame in like taking... not paying attention to it, you know? There's that desire to keep informed, but... As you say, that just gets so... I just feel like I age decades the more I keep up with the goings-ons of various very, very real capital I issues like that. I do try and stay informed, because I think it's a good way to kind of embolden one's empathy and all that, but... I'm also quite, like, I kind of attach myself easily to any kind of bad feeling, which you're certainly going to get in Parliament debates. So yeah, I like to do a bit of self-preservation when it comes to things like that sometimes. And if you need to as well, that's completely fair. They dance into the stage with Dancing Queen in the background. See, something like that is very distressing, and yeah, like sometimes we do need to rid our minds of such a blasphemous visage, you know? Sometimes we do need to keep ourselves away from such a thing. Yeah, sorry if I think especially when I engage in chat, you'll probably notice I start to get a little aimless in my navigation. I think that's me. Oh gosh. That would also explain deaths like that as well. Oops. Let's try that again, shall we? But yeah, if you're wondering what the hell is he doing, there might be a bit of that. Oh god, Jeff. Spyro. Oh no, we're keeping a drown count. Oh gosh. That is a statistic that will very much come back to haunt me. Yeah, I'm trying to. So there's definitely something around that way. Yeah, it's up there. So how do I? At least I got rid of all the electricity causing enemies. That's a very... I don't seem to be able to adjust well to the timing of that. Right, it's over there, but I need to get up there, don't I? Is there a way to... It's not immediately obvious, is it? Hmm. Yeah, that's interesting. So those are the ones I've got to kind of charge into. I'm trying to get into the habit of not just immediately assuming those need a key, because they don't in that case. Yeah, how do I get up there? Like, I guess I need to go over there, but I feel like... Glide. Where from then? So I can't get up that high there. I guess just kind of from just the highest height over here, is it? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's just so pleasingly low key, the music in this, in a way that I really do dig. There's not really... I don't think this isn't the game where the soundtrack's getting stuck in my head, it's just not that kind of music. It's really quite special in some regard, though. I did read that Stuart Copeland, when he was composing it, like, he wasn't really into games, but he was still... swim. That's so we need to be up there, really, don't we? But he was still, like, really committed to this, and, like, he was, I think they did give him, like, prototype of the game and stuff, so he was playing it, trying to get a kind of idea of the music he wants to do for it. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's what I do like that about these levels. There's a lot of navigational kind of... Ah, that's clever. Yeah, a lot of clever kind of navigational quote-unquote puzzles like that. So I really dig. I mean, if that didn't work, we would have swam, which I'm sure would have gone fine. No, it's funny, after I streamed yesterday, I did play a tiny bit of the second game. And it seems like pretty early on you get the ability to swim in that. Which is such a... Again, I imagine people after this one were like, can Spyro swim, please? So, you know, it seemed to take feedback on for the sequel. And fair play to them for it. There we go. Oh wow, so there's still another one still another bottle rocket we need to activate then, so... I haven't just missed the opportunity to get that easily. But yeah, thanks, thanks very much, Chef. You see, I'm not too precious about getting a prod in the right direction on what to do next. Wait, was that a... Oh, there it is. Cool. That's a very just sort of nondescript place for it to be, isn't it? It's quite easy to overlook. Hey! Thank God we just kind of stumbled across that. This game's usually pretty good for not doing that too much. As I say, I feel like in this kind of game you always get those kind of... just collectibles you just kind of have to happen to come across, and if you don't, they can be a bit needle in a haystack. That's probably the worst example I've seen of that, otherwise it's been pretty good this on that front. And yeah, I can stop moaning about frame rate drops now, because it seems to have calmed down a bit. After one of the things I did to fix that. Maybe it's a placebo effect, who knows. Let's have a look. Oh really, Kavat? That's a good shout. Yeah, thanks so much for tuning in so much, Kavat. You're probably the newest viewer in chat. Oh gosh. I know you tuned in yesterday as well, so again, thank you. It does not go unappreciated. Yeah, my streams are sufficiently entertaining. I mean, they're not, but I can hope. Did I do Misty Bog? Yeah, I did Misty Bog. Oi, Pumba! Sort it out, mate. Is it Seth Rogen who voices Pumba in the recent Lion King? Or was he Timon? I can't remember. Do you guys remember that Timon and Pumbaa cartoon, though? which I think had a bit of, like, Tiny Toons envy in there. Well, like, it felt like it was going for, like, an Animaniac style of humour. I remember there being a joke about them going on, like, trying to escape onto a ship. And then they think they're safe, and then they realise it's the Titanic. And they have to, like, get off, which is... which was a bit lightly dark, really, for a Disney property like that. I mean, I guess it's not too soon by that point, so... maybe they weren't too worried. Oh, thank you, Jeff. Yeah, possibly, Jeff. I know we're on the precipice of, treetops, aren't we? So that'll be fun. I cannot wait. Yeah, because this game has had a really pleasant kind of... I think they really got the difficulty right on this. It's not actively insanely punishingly difficult. Aside from those bloody sheepdogs from the first boss. So it's still quite engaging. I mean, it's going to vary by player, obviously, but at least from kind of a typical player standpoint, like it feels like it's engaging and sufficiently challenging, but not like aggravatingly so. Although this doesn't have any difficulty options, does it? Or like any kind of... So I guess for better or for worse, you are playing this as it was originally. I know that was a bit of a shock with Crash 1 on the Insane Trilogy. And there's a weird twisted part of me that likes Crash 1 the most out of this game. I like the weirdly horrible rigid challenge of Crash 1, but I completely get why it is kind of a pain in the backside in a lot of ways. I mean, at least you don't have to earn the right to save your game on the Insane Trilogy version of Crash 1. The original game isn't so gracious. Those bridge levels. Oh gosh, yeah. As I recall, when Insane Trilogy came out on PS4 originally, Passy's Night 1, who you often see in the chat here, I was over here, so we were passing the controller back and forth going through Crash 1, and we just barely got through it without a game over, but got so close to getting one on the bridge levels. Oh god, I don't know if Passy's can attest this, that might be the angriest he's ever seen me get at a game. I mean, I'd usually be quite quick to laugh about it afterwards, but... God, I'd forgotten just how horrible those were, and I know, the hitboxes on Insane Trilogy are a little rough in regards to that level as well, I know. Or those two levels. I know, walking on the ropes on either side, that's not as reliable a strategy as one might like.
Metalhead is all charged up to meet you. Attacking the power pole should disrupt his power supply.
Oh, nice. Very good. Let's have a look. Yeah, Stormy Ascent was quite, more than anything, Stormy Ascent is just kind of a gauntlet of a level. Well... Oh, I don't know, there are some really, really tight periods, or like timing periods, where you've got to make your jumps correctly on it So it is pretty vicious, but I think more than anything, it was just such a gauntlet, which made going for the platinum time relic on it quite. It took me a good couple of hours. I think that was the last time trial relic I went through on it as well. Heck of a way to finish that. The new level they made as well, Future Tense, that was quite a How does this work then? Yeah, that Future Tense level was quite tough as well. Ah. Oh, okay. Don't you love it when you come across a solution by accident? Sort of happened to be... Ooh, gosh. He's all like, well, bugger this. Okay, I'll go back. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, quite a tense level. I don't know what it is with Crash 1. I guess I get really big Donkey Kong Country vibes from Crash 1. I mean, it's probably not unreasonable to assume there was probably a bit of influence there. Sorry, I'll mute that. But like, I think in terms of the style of platforming in Crash 1 and some of the level settings as well, and maybe a few of the enemy designs, I get a really fun kind of Donkey Kong Country vibe from it, which, I mean, obviously that appeals to me quite a bit. But to be fair, I'd probably rank all, especially in their Insane Trilogy incarnations, I'd probably rank the 3 Crash games quite closely. I think 3 is some of my favourite platforming levels, but some of the non-platforming stuff in Crash, I generally don't dislike any of it. I mean, I think the weakest ones to me are probably just the plain levels in Crash 3. I just kind of thought those were just sort of okay, like they're not really particularly spectacular. They're quite interesting if you go for the Platinum Time Relic. You have to go like really... You've got to figure out a good racing line on that in a very, not very obvious way, which is quite a fun challenge. I generally like the motorbike levels, but they are they're a little stilted in the handling. They're not too bad. I love the song on them as well. Actually, yeah, Crash 3 might be my favourite soundtrack, at least out of those 3 games. Yeah, no worries, Jeff. No problem at all. Future Tense. Yeah, I could probably see that with Future Tense. Yeah, it's sort of an odd mismatch in that sense, because it's obviously using Crash 3 assets. That really cool future aesthetic. Oh, that's gotta be it, hasn't it? Yeah, actually, yeah, when I jump through that, does that boost me up a bit? No, it doesn't. Fair enough. Gosh. Not a lot in there, is there? Ah! Looks like I just so very nearly get there, but... There we go. Yeah, that was basically a jumping as we come off the ledge, kind of pixel perfect jump. Pretty wild, though. He spotted. Was he spotted? Yeah, it always kind of cracks me up just how incidental the bosses are in this game. So I don't completely mind it, but... I mean, from what I understand, this game they were kind of... I think stakes were quite high on it, like the future of Insomniac, from what I've read, was looking pretty uncertain when they were developing Spyro 1. So quite a nice feel-good story there, and obviously turned out to be a massive success for them, isn't it? Okay, I got completely disoriented. Okay, no, yeah, this is where we fought him earlier, isn't it? You know what, well, we might be getting to the point where I'm a bit sort of like, I can come back to this later. Might be losing patience a bit. Oh yeah, I remember hearing about them wanting to do some sort of Sly Cooper movie or TV show, yeah. I know the Ratchet one just kind of came and went, didn't it? Like, it wasn't much of a box office success, I don't think. So I don't know if that scared them off a bit from doing another film. I would have thought something like Sly Cooper, from my limited knowledge of it anyway, I would have thought that would probably better suit a TV show anyway, so probably a good shout. I mean, sometimes those kind of properties, I do feel they, sometimes they are a little bit held back by the restraints of having to fit into a typical Hollywood three-act structure for a film. Sometimes they're just better, sometimes that kind of property is just better suited to like a TV show where you can go for slightly smaller stories. They're still high stakes in their own way, but don't have to like fit it neatly into a 90-minute mould, which I feel like can limit what you can do, really. I mean, obviously a TV show can be limited in its own way as well, but you can also get away with more limited animation on TV as well. Because you remember, to be honest, I remember thinking the Ratchet movie didn't look that great by, like, I mean, obviously we've been spoiled by stuff like Pixar. Like, I didn't think animation-wise it looked particularly special. But then it probably had like a 20th of the budget of your typical Pixar film. So I think we're just missing... Did we do the flight level? Oh, I guess not. Yeah, sounds like it. I know they... the 2016 Ratchet & Clank game was a tie-in to it as well, wasn't there? Kind of a really weird choice, that. Which, from, I mean, I understand the game was, I don't know how that panned out really in terms of, I believe the game was like the most successful Ratchet game in ages. But I don't know if it lost money at the box office. I don't know if that kind of sunk that a bit, I don't know. Oh wait a minute, this is the level with treetops, this is the world with treetops then, isn't it? I really don't know where the hell I remember seeing the sign for it, and you would expect it to be in a world with this kind of, oh gosh, with this kind of setting anyway, wouldn't you? Oh, I think it might be by the side of a tree. Ooh. There it is, there's everyone's favourite level. Oh, we're gonna have fun. Let's have a look. Gitco, yeah. That's where you become aware of like the horrendously quick passage of time when you see like how quickly certain things have gone by and stuff like that. So yeah, I just sorry, I only just saw your earlier response. Yeah, Quick, and I like that song from the first level of Crash 2, yeah. I love the, you know, the kind of river-based levels in Crash 2 where you're sometimes on those weird little waterboards, electronic waterboard kind of thing. That's a really cool, funky tune on that. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, give it long enough and you'll probably see more PS2 era remakes. I mean, we've seen a few, at least remasters, haven't we? But I'm sure that'll be due if, like, given a number of years, nostalgia would be peak for that era. Well, I wonder, like, what will PS3, 360, Wii era nostalgia look like? Like, throwbacks to Wii Sports and Call of Duty 4, I guess. Bit of a harder period to define that, I think. I suppose the more recent you go as well, the more likely you'll get a remaster as well. Like you do like you bring back a PS1 era property, it's probably logistically easier to, or at least it just makes more sense from a financial marketing aspect just to remake it. I mean, they did basically re-release the PS1, like Spyro and Crash games anyway on PlayStation Network. And if you ever looked at like the sales charts for those, like the free Crash games, the free Final Fantasy games on there, like 7, 8, 9, and then the Spyro ones were just always on the top of that. Kind of as you'd expect, really. Same Bubsy didn't get a chance for that. Yeah, it did look like a 20 million budgeted movie, but I mean, to be fair, it probably couldn't have been much more than that. I mean, I remember seeing the trailer for it in the theatre, and to be honest, groaning when the line "Let's kick some asteroids" came on. It's like, oh no. I mean, keeping it with the franchise and not so subtle double entendres, I guess, but. Oh well. I know there was some big names tied to that as well, like Paul Giamatti and Sylvester Stallone did voices for that movie.
Don't just stop at one supercharge.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? You need like 5 supercharges in a row. And I probably won't be able to figure it out. There's like one of these you go down and then you take a really sharp turn in terms of where you land. I'm totally not going to be able to figure it out. Actually, we'll go down there so we can... I know there's a someone uploaded like a VHS recording. I'm not sure what the original context was, but it had an Insomniac staff member explaining how to do this with video footage, the kind of really elusive particular path you have to take on this level to 100% it, which must have been so useful, I bet, because that was a time when you couldn't bring up YouTube. Hey. Oh my gosh!
Spyro, if you jump at the end of a supercharge ramp, you can really go far. I'm all over it.
So yeah, Spyro's famous catchphrase. I'm all over it. Says that. I need that on a shirt. Just a speech bubble him just saying, I'm all over it. Okay, so that's the... Oh gosh, there's no way to get back there, is there? I thought it was been quite clever there, but yes, Jeff, you have set very high stakes there. I absolutely want to go... I want Idaho to get an ear tickle. Or 10. So I can't remember, was it the top of that was like one of the really difficult to get to bits unless you know how? Or do I just... No, that's not really high enough, is it? Oh shush, oh hey! I went back into the fairy dust upward current, why didn't it work? Oh drat. And the other thing as well, it's very easy to get disoriented on this level in terms of where you are. I mean, I haven't done this through yet, so I might as well just do this stuff. Might as well do this at least. Such expressive enemies, aren't they? I'm happy we have a double-digit figure of lives as well, because we need it. We very much need it. That blows. I do like this level, to be honest. I mean, it is a pain in the backside to figure out, but it feels good to do this. And then, well, that less so. Oops. I just know at some point you've got to do like a really sharp turn, and I'm definitely not picking the right bits for it, am I? Renewal day. Not full. Yeah, so we need, actually it's not showing the egg, but there's definitely a thief on this level as well. I'm trying to think, how many worlds are there in this game? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, so we're on the 4th one. We have got the 5th one unlocked. Oh, is it this bit? I think. Yeah, I feel like you spiral up here and then you go through here and then you jump out somewhere. Is it over there? Yeah, I want to see if I can figure this out without needing help. I probably will, but I know when I did it on PSP, I definitely had to look it up. It is very... It's a cool level, it is just so disorienting. Actually, to be fair, this is one where having the map in the bottom left corner is definitely a good bit appreciated. See, I have no idea, like, is this like back when the level started, or... Yeah, because that's... Oh gosh. That got a bit scary then. Sorry, look. Oh, if you're still there, Jeff, no worries at all, man. Don't worry about that. Don't starve on my account, please. I don't need that on my... don't need that on my conscience. Please do eat. But yeah, no worries, man. Yeah, there will be a lot of me not being sure exactly where I... So this seems somewhat right, I think. Oh gosh. See, that it's one thing to like make a big jump like that, but to then actually not Oh, does that one only have gems? Oh, that's weird. Oh, no egg from that one, I guess. Yes, Skyward Sword is an interesting one in terms of what do they do to... I mean, the Joy-Cons could probably replicate the Wii Motion Plus, I would have thought. Obviously it makes undocked play, unless you're doing tabletop mode, a bit tricky, but... I think it would be a tricky one to adapt. There needs to be an official HD version of it, because it does look like really nice on Dolphin and stuff like that. I do have, actually that could also benefit from, like, I really loved a lot of the changes they made in Wind Waker HD in terms of things like songs would repeatedly play if you'd already played them once with a baton, and like a lot of great little quality of life improvements or like speeding up animations. Skyward Sword is a game that could benefit from being tightened up a bit in terms of the efficiency of things getting done. Ah, did it again. Oh, come on, you're gonna let me jump off that little... that little bit. Yeah, I think people have found a way with Dolphin to, like, map all the motion stuff to the right stick. I couldn't tell you how well that works. Let's get over there. So I'll be up there with a thought. Oh gosh. I feel like I don't know if I just did the most difficult path going on here, but... But I did what, like, I seem to remember not knowing how to get to that top bit. I did just, yeah, like that bit up high with the annoying thief. It's a bit of a confusing level to know exactly which is the best way to go backwards and whatnot. So I'll try and glide over there. Because, I mean, this is where we went up, I want to say, isn't it? For... Oh gosh. Actually, just for a change. Haven't done this in ages. Hang on. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound that different, really, the original and remastered music. You can just get a better sense of clarity, I think, generally from the Reignited ones. I'm digging the use of electric guitar here, mind you. But yeah, as I say, if you're gonna... So I know there's been a couple of Final Fantasy remasters that have done that as well. I think 10 and 10 and 10, 10, 2 and 12, where they let you pick the original masters for the music as well. And if I remember correctly, from what I played in the 10 remaster, I preferred the original music, so I was actually quite grateful for that option. But cool, isn't it? Oh, I think I remember getting annoyed at that. Like, I just want to jump through this. Although I don't know if we'd make that glide anyway, mind you. I don't know what the preferences of Spyro fans over the in regards to the music on this. So, oh, that's quite a simple one actually, isn't it? Hello. Oh, oh gosh! I almost thought the game might have been being nice to us then, because that looked like we should have fallen off there, but perhaps they saw fit for some mercy. So I appreciate it. Did we get over there? Is that one of like the really tricky bugger ones? Let's have a look. Sure. Actually, what are we doing on gems? We've still got loads to get and still a dragon left. Actually, yeah, that's over there, isn't it? Will I be able to get that with that jump, maybe? Actually, if you look, there's the ramp there, that... And where was... Oh, gosh. Okay, this level is... You know, I've talked about, like, it being a bit of a puzzle to navigate the environments of this. This level is especially that. Okay, I think I've got all of the gems on this bit, at least. That's one thing Marks? Culture Marks. Good lad. That's one thing Sparks, not... That's one thing Sparks is useful for as well, to be sure you've cleared an area as well, isn't it? Oh gosh. Ooh. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm pretty much the same Amadeus. I do think the pacing problems are pretty severe, like they really do take the mick with some of that in that game, but the things I like about it, I really do like, and they're pretty much all the ones you've said. Oh, cool, I haven't done this bit either, actually. Oh shit, I needed to... Sorry, pardon my language, but... I need to still be charging for that. I know, we'll try and get that. It's got, yeah, it's kind of an interesting level in terms of its structure and design. Apple talk. Took me a moment to realise the significance of what I just got plates. Very good, I like it. Hello, Joa. Hello. No, they are not, unfortunately, Cricket. I think that's only unique to the PS4 version. Yeah, because on the PS4, the controller light changes colour, depending on Sparks' colour, doesn't it? But no, mine is just the. I mean, that's actually one cool thing with Steam. You can. It recognises a DualShock 4 and it lets you change the colour to whatever you want. When you register like a DualShock. Oh gosh, that was good. But alas, no. It's I don't know if there'd be a way to like implement that. I kind of want it now. I like silly little gimmicks like that. Like whenever I play a PS4 game and I get reminded, oh yeah, the controller has a speaker in there, like a Wii remote. It's just always like, oh god. There's the capacity for talk in my the little fin I'm holding. The quality's still not great in those as well. It's like the Wii one wasn't an amazing quality thing, but no, it's not quite far though. Okay, so I think this was... But yeah, how you doing, Jara? Thanks so much for tuning in, man. Still playing a good bit of Spyro. We're on a level that's a bit notorious in this game, Jara, in terms of being an absolute pain to try and get everything on, so of course we're trying to get everything on it. Wish me luck. Ooh. Like, we keep ending up here, which is by the level exit, but we're nowhere near done, so... So, actually, I almost wonder if we do get a bit stuck, it might be worth starting from the beginning of the level again. I don't know if it's... I don't know if you ever go past, like, a brick wall in this where you can't get back to where you were. But, but I think it certainly takes a bit of figuring out. Hello, Ben. Ben, look what level I'm on. I'm on the really annoying one. But I think it's quite cool, to be fair. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's so cool you got to... I forgot to ask you about that yesterday, Cricket. That's so cool you got to go to a melee tournament again, man. And it's also very cool that you're feeling better as well. That also doesn't go amiss. But yeah, nice one, man. Like you said, that was the first melee tournament you went to in a good while, so... Good on you, man. It's, I mean, melee's just kind of eternal, isn't it? It seems like there's always going to be a scene for it. So I'm assuming you're quite okay with. But yeah, so it is. Yeah, so it's this one we want to get to. You see that there? Yeah, if I recall, there's the. It's like a. Yeah, so we got that. So I feel like we have to probably. Yeah, we have to go off that. I feel like. But then I'm not actually. It's not immediately obvious from. Yeah, I can't really see a ramp. Oh, maybe it's when we have to like go up and. At the very least, I'm trying to. You see, we got the map in the bottom left corner. I'm trying to orientate. Okay, I know that. So I'd really love it if we could get to it from this one, but I don't think we can. We'll try. I mean, we got a checkpoint there and quite a few lives, so I guess we'll try. But this was a mistake. Oh, look how close it is, though. Actually, against better judgment, I'm going to try that again, because it feels like we could do that. We can't. We absolutely can't, but I want to believe. Oh, no, actually, yeah. Okay, one more try. One more waste of a life. There's a good chance I'll be asking for... It's not this, is it? No. Fine. I've done this before after looking it up on the PS1 version. Yeah, so we got that ramp there. I feel like I feel like where I'm looking directly in front of me, I feel like we might have to go up that, like the middle one. Maybe. I know it loops around in a really convoluted way, doesn't it? The way you kind of have to do all of this. Oh gosh. Like, it's quite cool you can go through... I feel like there might be something to do with... that, not that, like at all. No, that's not right. I feel like there might be something to do with, you end up going against the way arrows are pointing. That seems familiar to me somehow. Not less so. Actually, that does feel familiar. Oh, really, Joel? Yeah, it's a very infamous level in this game, this. I think it's quite cool in a way. It's definitely a bit of a... kind of hitting your head against a brick wall, so... Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. You definitely kind of end up hitting your head against a brick wall if you can't immediately do it. So I look forward to that. I tell you what, we will... actually, well... I was going to say we will start it again, but I don't really want the enemies to respawn. But yeah, we'll see if we can... Thank you for your support, Ben. Oh, you. Okay. Oh, Ben will never tell anyway. Oh, there's not. I mean, there's probably not that much you can do with a speaker on a controller because you have to have the option to turn it off anyway. I remember things like No More Heroes on Wii, you'd get like those phone calls, so you had to like put the Wii remote to your ear like it's a phone. Which you really don't need to, but it's, you know, I got a soft spot for silly gimmicks like that. I'm not above that. Okay. So I'm trying to think. No. I bet to a certain subsection of Spyro heads, this just comes really naturally. I was kind of hoping it would here, to be honest. I mean, I've at least figured out how to get to like the top bit of the level exit, but yeah, because I know it's yeah, so that's the middle bit. Yeah, it's the far left island we want to get to, isn't it? Well, island. In quotation marks. So where are we here? This is okay, yeah, this is right before that. And yeah, that's the bit I feel like we've got to be running at that from. It's just not completely. Is it from that platform there if we jump? No, that'd be too far, wouldn't it? What was the? Oh yeah, oh this was the standard middle one. Yeah, I couldn't really figure out too much clever to do with that one. So everything just kind of goes to the level exit. Look, can I can't remember. Will it reach that right one? The map helps, but it's still so easy to get your directions wrong on this. Barrels of fun. Oh gosh. Wait, which way am I going? Which way am I going? Not that way! Not that way! Excellent. Yeah, I'm... Gosh, just less than 3 hours, isn't it? So unfortunately, I'm only streaming for an hour and a half, but I'd probably stop before the direct anyway. I think there might still be something to this one. Maybe. So you jump through. Hey! Need to add a K9 one for Matt. Yes. Oh, is it? Yeah, I feel like it's up that one you have to... Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's... oh wait, no, hold on. No, you wouldn't dash through that, would you? Oh, I really want to figure this out by myself. I'm starting to doubt the likelihood of that. Which I'm not okay with, because Ben's gonna make fun of me. Yeah, you can easily get into this rut of just going through the same bits again and again on this, unfortunately. Oh gosh. I wouldn't surprise me if this was like the barrier for a lot of people not 100% in this game. Back in the day. Like it's the most likely bit you're not gonna absolutely know what to do. Yeah, they should port the, I feel like the very, very recent Yakuzas, I know they're quite demanding games on PS4 and stuff, so maybe not those, but I think they should port, like, oh gosh. Oops. They should port, like, Zero and Kiwami 1 and some like the other PS3 ones. I think they do well on Switch. I think they'd fit well for the Nintendo audience. Oh, I could swear you should be able to make that. Yeah, I imagine so, Crick, and yeah, probably like 1080-30 would be, you know, quite cool for those. Ooh. Oh god. I don't know what I'm doing. Was it Jeff? Is that the last world haunted? Oh god, I've gone through like 10 lives, yeah. I'm sure it's to do with like going up like this and then... Okay, well yeah, that's how I got to there. I tell you what, we will exit the level just to kind of start at the beginning. It'll be a bit annoying because all the enemies will respawn. I'm gonna be on this for the next hour and a half, aren't I? Hey, I'm going back in! I'm going back in! Just want to reorientate myself. This probably wouldn't help that much, really. This is a weirdly long loading time as well. Oh, really, Jeff? Wait, is that new, that? Green coloured thief, or is that... Where has he gone? I don't think I noticed that last time. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, I'm regretting this already. The enemies are really annoying. Actually, yeah, that hasn't really... Yeah. Oh look, you got stuck! Wait a minute, is he meant to help you in terms of the route to go? Is that what he's doing, kind of? I mean, he's not, like, deliberately showing us the way, but... Okay. Right, so he's got up here. Ah! Go away. Or does he just go to the end of the level? Oh look, he's over there! Oh, you are meant to follow him, okay. So he went... Yeah, so he went here, and then... Oh. Did he go this way? No, that doesn't really go to anything. See if we can keep a closer eye on him. Oh, no worries. Oh, 7's streaming. Oh, cool. I don't think I knew 7 actually streamed. Or was he just started up again? That's really cool either way. Good on him. Yeah, that's so interesting they're doing turn-based. I mean, I guess they figured like 7 games in and a million spin-offs, they want to do something different, which is fair enough, but I can also understand people not being crazy about that change. It's a very weird one, isn't it? Okay, one can claim to have seen it coming. Yeah, was that Egg Thief in the original as well, like in terms of it showing you which way to go? Although I feel like it's very easy to lose where it is at this point. Like, where's he gone? Or does he... Wait, was he up there? No, he's probably like Okay, so there he is. Oh, hold on. Oh wow, we really need to keep an eye on him, don't we? Because I think he just did the thing, yeah, where you... Yes, okay, so that's pretty... Yeah, that's confirmation you're definitely meant to... Oh, Okay, I think I might have it. I think, maybe. No guarantee. Let's see. Oh gosh, hello. Wait, is that what I really got? Well, that's a different one though, isn't it? The other one wasn't red. Right, so there, he's going there. Oh, but yeah, I did this one before. I mean, I guess that's to show you how to get here, isn't it? Well, I didn't really notice that. I mean, yeah, he's just got a, just a little, nothing too essential there. But we basically need to find the other one, don't we? They were in the original. Okay, cool. So that's something of a sign. Quite easy to miss, but they are there. Yeah, we're gonna need extra lives, aren't we? Okay, so I think it's I'm losing my position again. Oh, you bugger! Really annoying the enemies on this one, aren't they? Oh gosh, Amadeus. Did you play the DS Golden Sun? I did get that at some point. I never really played it, unfortunately. So that's been the last one to date, hasn't it? They did the 2 Game Boy Advance ones and then a DS one. It wouldn't surprise you if they got Camelot working on the Mario Golf game, which I'd be down for because I do like the Mario sports games. But I know a lot of people would love them to do Golden Sun, wouldn't they? Okay, yeah, so what we're trying to chase went up this way, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think this is, yeah, so I think this is this way. I think that. Wait. Oh, well, at least we survived it. But that's definitely the right idea, isn't it? Oops. Okay. Oh, we're just like on the edge of doing it, I think. Ooh, sorry about that. Right. Oh, I was wagging a tail in anticipation. Oh, same. Same. Oh gosh, we're so nearly there. My memory was helping me a little bit, but like as I said, like I was at some point it did click for me. Oh, I do need to go against the arrows then, so okay. I'm sorry everyone, this must have gone incredibly tedious to watch, but I think we're there. I mean, I'll certainly keep that checkpoint there if we do mess up, which is probable. There we go. So this way, there, definitely there. Damn, I always messed that bit up. Okay, I need to jump to the right there. Yeah. I think I keep expecting that bit to be later than it is. So that's throwing me off a bit. Sorry, Gab, bear with me a second. This way, we're nearly there. It's okay, Idaho. You keep wagging that tail in anticipation. You're a good doggo. The best doggo, even. There we go. Sorry about that. Cool. Right. Right, come on, this has got to be it. If you're not able to watch, I don't blame you, because the anticipation is kind of ruining me, to be honest. Let's see. Wish me luck, fairy. Oop. And again. Definitely again. Oh, you did you have to put collision data on that? Really? Oh, come on. That's the worst way to bundle that. Oh, thank goodness you can clash into the torch. God damn it. Oh, gosh. So, who wants to clip that? Oh. Let's try again, shall we? God, yuck it up, Tidus. Yuck it up. God. Oh my lord. Right. Well, the excitement this time is A, I'll either do it, or B, I'll... Oh, I bet you did that one gleefully. Right. Torches be damned, we are doing this. Come on. Oh. 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 So... do we need to glide at some point there? That is right, isn't it? Ah, there we go. Thank God, finally! Hey! Let's get you. You ruined my day and then some, mate. They did show us the way, so it can't be too bad. I want to say, I think the dragon here references... Oh my God, how did you get here? Look at this say, Chad.
That was quite a ride, Spyro.
Hey!
You learned a lot since you were a young glider.
Yeah, well, you could have found it.
You tell him, Spyro. Seriously, what the hell, Chad? I expect better from you. Oh my God, we've done it. That was actually really fun. It was a horrible pain in the backside, but it was really fun. I would never speak of it again. I had a feeling this would be a memorable part of this run, so... There we go. And because I... oh gosh. Yeah. Look here, I actually remember when the level exit is. Oh gosh. That's that tiniest YouTube poop you've done. Well, Ben, you know, I just did it the right way and did it right. We're there. Yeah, so we've mostly 100% this will. We'll come back to that metalhead one at some point, but let's just go on ahead, shall we? I mean, we already spent way too bloody long on treetops, so... yeah, Insomniac knew what they were doing with that, making that a difficult spot to get to. Thank you, bud. Thank you, Jeff. Sorry, Amadeus, let's have a look at your, never played the 2 GBA... Oh, you played the 2 GBA Golden Suns, loved them, played a bit of DS, never... See you demand. Nice, I like the way you put that. Yeah, hopefully in time, man, there's definitely a lot of fans out there who would like it. So how many is it? What are we on into? So we're on 70% playtime. So there may be one more world after this? God, the enemies are fun lot in this, aren't they? Push my luck a bit. Ah! Dark Passage. My favourite. So yeah, we'll be on for just over an hour more. I'm afraid we'll be cutting it a bit shorter today. I wanted to start earlier today, but I always end up starting later than I intend. Could say I'm quite unorganised, but I'd be a bit hesitant to go that far. But yeah, there we go, we've got tree top. Like, that's not even like, that's not even from the last world as well. It's, gosh. But yeah, actually we probably won't do a break today then. I'll definitely play the songs people have requested. I wonder what the hell that Tidus one is. Oh, fair enough. You do most... Oh, is that what you... Do they not stay dead? Oh, that makes me sound a bit... bit bloodthirsty, but... just wasn't sure if there was more to them until... Oh, gosh. Aww! Oh, I don't want to... They seem pretty harmless, honestly. There's a good variety of enemies in this. I mean, you know, they don't change too drastically in terms of how you attack them, but it's still quite cool.
The enemies here can be quite frightening, but you should watch the fools.
I'd rather flame the fools.
Now you're thinking.
Ooh, a fellow pyromaniac. I Satan Cupid, none of your antics. Yeah, so you actually did get that emote, Cricket. That's amazing. Although, who's getting that money? Who's the subscription money going towards? So I hope it's the Downing Street cat. Just get him like a lifetime supply of catnip. Oh, good. Very combat orientated stage, this, isn't it? There we go. Yeah, I do like that these stages are a nice middle ground, I feel like, between your typical linear get to the end kind of platform stage, but also being quite exploratory. It's a really nice middle ground that I really like.
Thank you for releasing me.
Oh my gosh. See, a lot of design work went into my Constellation Dragon there, and he's on screen for like 5 seconds. It's quite commendable. Oh, I just got an achievement called Bad Doggies. Don't let Idaho know of that, Jeff. Let's remain innocent of certain things. Gosh, it is really satisfying. The combat is really fun in this. I mean, it's obviously quite simple in a way, but I do like setting things on fire. It's a nice change of pace this stage.
You know, I think you just might be the dragon to defeat Nasty Nork. That's me, all right.
Oh, he looks like a dragon well versed in combat, so I trust his estimation. Are the only... Oh, there's still 2 dragons, wow. guess there's stuff up there. Man, these levels do start to get quite... you do have to start paying attention. A bit difficult for me, as you might have noticed. But yeah, probably one more stream and we'll probably have Spyro 1 done, I imagine, right? And I'll probably go straight into Spyro 2, I think. What I'm trying to decide, I might, maybe Spyro 3 I might leave for a little bit, might maybe just play a game in between. Probably not for too long, because I would like, I'm liking this enough that I probably won't get, because obviously the worry of playing 3 games like this back to back would be getting burnt out, but honestly it's just such a pleasant, just pleasant little time, this game. I'm happy to get more of it. Although I was watching the Nintendo Life review of the Switch version today, and they were saying they weren't that keen on the, because the third game, there's quite a lot of other characters you play as, isn't there? There's like the monkey and, it's like a big yeti, I think? And yeah, they weren't keen on those sections. It seems like, it seems very similar to the third Spyro game in the way to how, like, the third Crash game is is a little divisive in terms of whether or not people like the multiple gameplay styles. I mean, you can get why they would do that for the third game to mix it up a bit. I know Insomniac kind of said they were happy to leave Spyro behind just because I think they basically just didn't know what else to do with him. I think they said something to the effect of he can't really carry a gun, which obviously kind of a hint of where they were going to go next in terms of what series they were going to make. Yeah, it's a lot of creativity in this as well. Like, I like that thing with the kind of jester magician enemies. Like, it's because of them the weird armored dog things are so strong and powerful that you defeat the magician, and then they're tiny. Pretty clever little dynamic, though. Sounds like a chance of achievement.
Spyro, I'd love to help you catch Nasty, but I'd really hate to be trapped in Crystal again.
Don't worry. The only one that's gonna be trapped is him.
Young Bloodlust. Yeah, it's a great. I've got a couple of Spyro songs on my the playlist on here. I'll definitely have to add a few more. Some great. It's good banner, this one, isn't it? You can kind of hear a bit of motif from other levels, I feel like, as well in there. You can recognise one or two of the stins in there. Yeah, really cool one, this. Good one to good one to incinerate demonic cupids too, I think you'll agree. It's a pretty level as well, isn't it? Yeah, it's funny, this level, it felt like it could have ended when I first got to the level exit, but there was so much more I didn't realise was actually here. It's quite remarkable. So clever the way it intersects and kind of goes back on itself.
Thank you for releasing me.
What were they circling around his head? Just... we'll say little Tweety birds. So look, the Spyro enter the Dragonfly. I could try that on Dolphin, I guess. I don't. That's not a fan favourite game, is it? Enter the Dragonfly. It seems like both that and what's the contemporary Crash game, Wrath of Cortex. I get the impression both of those were quite rushed, like they were quickly put together for a holiday season. I think. It seems like Spyro in particular really suffered from that. Yeah, I was thinking that, cricket, because I know it's meant to just be like all over the place, stability-wise. Yeah, so that'd be interesting. I have played a little, but I've never played it before. I did play a tiny bit of Crash Nitro Kart on Dolphin as well. I had a bit of fun with it. I mean, it is so very CTR in its mechanics still, if not quite as refined, but. Yeah, maybe I'll do. I've tried a bit of Wrath of Cortex on there as well, although it wasn't. It was still very playable, but it was quite. I remember like stuttering quite a bit and stuff like that. Worth a go though. Yeah, I might be with you, Jeff. It's definitely one of the better songs in the game, isn't it? Okay, so for once, I'm not lost trying to find a particular collectible. I'm just trying to get to the end now. I'm actually not sure what the best way to do that is from where I am. So maybe I should try and follow the map. Oh wait, hold on. Ah! Oh, come on! You could have given me that last one! Oh, magnificent. It was like Homer Simpson just falling through branch after branch, wasn't it? Just getting hit everywhere and seemingly a chance to recover at the end, and then nope. Oh well. Yeah, cool. That's probably what I'd probably say it's one of my favourite levels in this. Yeah, it's funny because I know the levels are meant to get a lot bigger in the next two games, but to be honest, I love the levels in this as they are in terms of size, and it's just the right size and complexity for me. Oh no, the Spyro Tram Cut. Is it definitely only 3? So I'm kind of amazed it isn't more. I mean, if treetops took place above water, it would be like 10, wouldn't it? Oh gosh. God, these enemies are quite delightfully bonkers, aren't they? I have to admit, bits like that are where I would like to be able to draw the, pull the camera back a bit more. I'm really hoping someone mods this to be able to do that. I've done that with quite a few. Oh gosh. I keep thinking I can attack them. That's my eternal state of being right there. Look at them. That's an aspirational lifestyle to aim for, I feel like. Look how much fun they're having. These ones less so. Sorry. Look at them go. What a delightful pair. Like, even that one's leaving them alone. Doesn't want to ruin their day. I mean, they want to ruin my day, which is fair enough. Most people do. But still, how delightful. That's Jacob Rees-Mogg's next pose.
Welcome to the Dreamweavers, young one. While chasing Nasty's minions in this world, you must expect the unexpected and prepare for what is not there.
Oh. Everyone get that? How many dragons are there in this game? I feel like I thought it was like 100, but is it... So we're on 64 now, is it 80? 90 something maybe? But yeah, just as yesterday, I've been having a ton of fun with this one. This really plays like butter. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, Cricket, if the first game ends up being my favourite because of that. We'll see. I know Spyro 2 seems to be at least seems to be a big favourite. I think Jeff said it was his favourite. I know that they also there's also a lot of dialogue in them. I mean not like a huge amount, but I might not always prefer that. I just like how platforming focused this one is, and how much of it is focused on navigation, on the puzzle of navigation and whatnot. But that said, I do miss the, like when you press triangle after hovering in this, I do miss the doing a little quick vertical hover that they introduced in 2 onwards. I feel a bit bad there, really. Just having a bit of a lark, weren't they? Actually, yeah, I feel like a good chunk of the enemies we do defeat in this, they are just minding their own business, really, and we just come in and ruin their day. Do not feed the fairy! Oh, that's unfortunate. Gosh, yeah, I do remember quite a bit of this, but like those enemies on the balloon, like holding the balloons, that was definitely familiar. I don't remember the fairies in cages with "Do Not Feed" signs. Actually, they probably wouldn't have had the texture resolution to clearly say "Do not read," would they? Do not read, do not feed even. So maybe that's something they added for this one. Yeah, I'll be interested to see.
Fairies are always on your side, Spyro.
I'll be interested to see which of these games I like the most. As I said, I feel there's a good chance I might like one the most, but we'll see. I'll probably really enjoy all three anyway. Like, I can kind of pick out what I do or don't like in the Crash trilogy, but I really love all three games, honestly, when it comes down to it. Oh, that's a song you prefer the original track on, Jeff. That's interesting. Do you find, in general, you prefer the remastered tracks in this game, or is it kind of 50-50? Do you prefer quite a lot of the older tracks? From what I've heard, I'm not an expert. Oh my god, I've had the original on the whole time. I forgot. Ooh, I think I might prefer this one as the remaster because of the bass there. Just digging that bass there. Yeah, I forgot I had the original on. We had the original on the entirety of the last stage as well. I really want to know what that last stage sounded like remastered. I mean, maybe I can. It's really hoping I'll be able to glide from there to there, but I don't think I can realistically. Ooh, ooh. Okay. Like Mel know where that key chest is? I bet Jeff was on the ready there to increase the Spyro drown count by 1 there. Not quite yet, I'm sure inevitably.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Hey, thank you so much, Lucy1990. Thank you very much for the follow. A nice gesture, thank you for that. Not Caves the original had so much punch for me, which is sort of muted with the... Oh, it's a shame, yeah. I have to be honest, I don't feel like I've really noticed the dynamic aspect of the remastered soundtrack on this. Is it just meant to heighten when you're... It might just be something I've kind of subconsciously registered, but not really completely recognised. Yeah, I'm really liking the bass on this remaster track. Oh, can I do this? Hey! Oh, that's fun. It's like when they line loads of Koopas next to each other on in a Mario game and just let you hit them all at once with one shell. So satisfying. Gosh, this is a level of then some, isn't it? A lot of opportunities to breathe fire mid-glide, which is quite cool. Oh, I see, so we have to... You... Hey... Get you two... Should get one up for that. Yeah, yeah. I always kind of crave the Mario one up sound effect there. Yeah. being quite loose and exploring this level. I'm sure we've missed quite a bit here and there, but... Got the key though. I remember where the chest is, so you can go there.
Ah, Spyro, thanks. Supercharge will get you to new places here in Lofty Castle too. See where it takes you.
I haven't seen the supercharge yet though. That I immediately know. Ah, here we are. Speaking of the devil. No, I don't recall if... Oh gosh. Back and stop! Oops. Well, that certainly took us somewhere, didn't it? Took us somewhere quite deep, I'd say. Let's try that again, shall we? That's been a rip-roaring success in every possible way, I think you'll all agree. Oops. I don't know if that's going to get as convoluted as Treetops did, in terms of trying to figure out the best way. Should get a one-up for that.
Thank you for releasing me.
Oh, so sincere. Yeah, if you're only going after the dragons, you can do these levels quite quickly, really, can't you? Just because we're a big gluttonous, we want everything. So this is the only level with a red gem box. Really? That's quite. I actually get kind of weirdly interested with stats like that. It's like when you hear about like when there's like one Sonic level with only one type of monitor power up in it and stuff like that. I really like hearing that kind of stuff. Or things like how there's like an item or weapon programmed in the game but they just never use it. So is there another... So there's a missing fairy there. Is there another one? Oh, probably this one, is it? There we go. It'd be cool if people like made custom levels on this, although I don't know how easy that would be. It doesn't seem to have oh god. It doesn't seem to have happened for Crash Insane, unfortunately. Oh, Amadeus, you absolute... Right, that's very good, well done. That's what I've been trying to do. Like, I've been Spyro's own stay hydrated bot. He says as he weeps openly. Well done, very good. Oh gosh. Oh, viscerally humiliating. That's really tickled me. Well, on the brighter, well, no. About to say on the brighter note, I was like, oh god, don't actually drown there to further prove that point. There we go. Yeah, the maps were a good idea in there, so that's a really good thing they added, and I'm trying to think, I don't know if it's on by default. I mean, I imagine they let you toggle it to account for people who perhaps just want to kind of completely explore the environments themselves. Which is fair. I mean, the thing I find though is that I'm generally not going by the map too much until I start to... I'm starting to mop things up, or if I found a... like when I found that locked chest earlier, I made a note of where it was. So I'd be able to go back to it once I had the key. Which is obviously quite a bit easier to do with the map, which I like. God. Remember when we had 11 lives? Doesn't that feel so long ago? Oh, I shouldn't have gone through that, actually. It's like I'm gonna have me keeping Spyro hydrated. It's like, oh gosh. There we go. What we got? Yeah, so about 45 minutes left, folks. If it wasn't for having to pick my brother up having a Nintendo Direct, I'd probably end up finishing this tonight, knowing me.
Splish!
Yeah! Agreed! Yeah. Agreed. No, not too many gems left. Oh yes, we're gonna head over there. Ah! Oh gosh. So we wanna... Oh, we got back quite early into the level actually, so we'll... I suppose that is the only thing with this, like land masses can look quite similar, so it's quite easy to confuse where you were. I've not always been able to immediately place where I am, but again, the map does help. Hello, gosh. I mean, they really are asking for it, aren't they, where they are? I guess they're just so happy that balloons are... have some kind of incredible helium mass in them to levitate them. I guess survival instinct isn't on the high when you're having that much fun. So they clearly are. Right, what have we got? That's an awkward place for that gem, isn't it? Sparks. I don't really want to go in the water, mate. Sparks, chat will make fun of me if I have to go in, but... fine. That's weird, isn't it? I guess he doesn't go, like... he doesn't go to a lower elevation that easily. What a shame. Now, what would we like for gem counts for these? Hey! Wrapped that up with a bow, didn't we? Sparks drowned count 1! We had 11 lives about treetops hours ago. Very good. Yeah, great. So, I really do like the level design in this game. So there's nothing wrong with... you don't have to have the biggest levels in the world. And if anything, it might be better not to, really. Yeah, I'll be interested to see how I cope with the levels being bigger in the next 2 games. I mean, I have played them, I forgot about these. I have played them kind of in bits, 2 and 3. Mostly from this collection, a tiny bit from the PS1 versions as well, but not really. Jacques.
Well done, Spyro. I hope you know what lies in store for you. Nasty's world is not the friendliest place you'll ever find.
Okay,
Are you ready to go?
I know this probably is unlikely. We've got just about 40 minutes left. I can't beat the game in that time, can I? I mean... no, we probably need quite a few more dragons, don't we? So I'm honestly just tempted just to try and go there straight and see if we can... should we go through it? What do you think? It probably will have to be cut short, I imagine, but I'm kind of fancying the odds for some reason. A bit foolish like that. Oh yeah, no, I don't mean 200%, yeah. No, I know that's not happening.
Just go for it!
Okay, no. That's all I need. Thank you, beautiful Joe lady. She gives me all the encouragement I need. Ah! Because this is obviously the final world, isn't it? It's a bit unexpected to suddenly be rushing the end like this, but... I'm kind of in... let's see if we can beat the game mode for whatever reason. Yeah, he's not taking us anywhere new now, is he? Although we did skip like 80% of the last world. What you got for us, fat friends?
Nasty's world now, Spyro. And you are the dragon that must defeat him.
Bring him on! I'm ready!
Reach the exit in each of Nasty's lands. Then you can challenge the Nork himself.
Hey. Did Spyro say that in the original? Like, wait, didn't I already free you? Is that like them getting a bit self-referential in this bit? Oh, here you go. There you go, Jeff. Final countdown. Yeah, let's see if we can speed through these levels reasonably quickly, shall we? I mean, if we don't, it's not the end of the world, but... And I will go back and do the other levels, don't worry. This is just me being very impulsively wanting to suddenly do everything. No, you never play these games too many times. Don't worry about that. That's so good. Oh yes, this rings a... I do remember this. So at this point, is the dragon number not that... That doesn't really matter now, does it? I forgot about that. That's great. Okay, so I'll put the... It's the original music you prefer on this one, isn't it? So let's give that a listen. Oh, good. Oof! Hey, we didn't add to the Spyro drown can. Oh, I promised myself I would just try and rush to the exit, but I just can't... These are very fun... They nailed the aspect of collecting things is fun in this game, so I... Come on. Just sort of like awkwardly making eye contact for a minute there, wasn't it? And they're just like, oh, I guess I'll attack you. Yeah, cool level variety in this as well. Like, this feels quite different to levels we've done before. Obviously a bit of Donkey Kong going on here, and also reminds me of that one level from Crash 1. There's...
Keep up the good work, Spyro. I expect Nasty's really starting to worry about you.
I'd be shaking in my Nork boots if I were him.
Yeah. Jeff. Wait, did they actually... Is that... Did they actually directly reference Parappa? Ooh. I mean, cool either way. Oh gosh. Cool. Yeah, apologies if it's, I know it's probably a bit rough to see me probably going past collectibles. It's a cool level, so... Oh gosh. I would have happily play it again anyway, so...
The other day, I was born a little turkey, but I'm a chicken body, your beef jerky.
Yeah, it's been a shame that's the only Parappa sound we've got. Oh god, you really do miss Sparks once he's gone. Not just emotionally, but he's not there to pick up stuff for you. I mean, that's when you realise just how useful he is in that regard. Let alone his finding stuff ability as well. See, this is what I mean, I'm trying to rush through this level, but I just can't help myself. I still want to just collect everything. And also ban my head. Oh, that was... Oh, right. I didn't realise that was TNT. Yeah, great little tune this, isn't it? I'm kind of curious to hear what the rearranged one sounds like, but if this is the one you prefer by quite a margin, I'd also rather keep this on for you. Ooh. Oh, Sparks, buddy, I'm missing you. You make collecting things so much better in this. I know the Ratchet and Clank games like that as well, like don't leave bolts come towards you.
be rescued, especially by such a little dragon.
No worries, Shower.
I always believed in you, Spyro.
You gotta believe.
Ah! Ah! They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. I completely forgot about that. Well, I mean, I'm not believing after that terrible display, but that's great. And that was like that in the original as well. I completely forgot. How did I forget about that? Because I bloody love Parappa. Would that be etched into my mind? That's a cute little nod, isn't it? And also, just about legally unspecific enough that you can still release this on non-PlayStation platforms. So, oh, good. Should have known better there, really. Come on. You're still getting quite a lot of stuff here, honestly. Ah, screw it, I can't be bothered with them. We'll worry about them another time. At the rate we're doing this level, we probably won't actually beat the game. We'll see. This is taking me quite a while. I just can't help myself from wanting to get everything. It's a really difficult impulse to try and rein in. He understands. It's a great level, this, as well, isn't it? It's good they've introduced a new mechanic for it, and it works out very well. Easy to understand, satisfying, all that. But yeah, we'll just, what did we get on that? That's pretty good going, actually, just 45 gems we're missing. But then, we're also probably, not terribly far along in terms of needing to get through these quickly. I feel like we desperately need to, I just think it'd be quite neat to just all of a sudden we've actually beaten the game. Yay. Yeah, sorry Joe, I think you did miss him saying they're gonna believe, and he was sort of laughing as he said it as if to be like, yeah, I'm referencing the thing. He knew what they were doing. Tell you what, this one's just gonna I guess Jasm beats Spyro in Spyro 1 80% run in not an especially quick amount of time, but they've got spittoon guns, haven't they? They're ruining their game of turf war. That goddamn monster. Oh, does he not? Really, that's quite funny, actually.
Thank you for rescuing me.
So they play up him being pop culture savvy circa 96, I guess. Good show. That's one of the guns I'm not very good with in Splatoon. Oh gosh. Oh, that doesn't really accomplish much. Here you go, Cletus.
Be on the lookout for no commandos, Spyro.
They better be on the lookout for
You feisty little sod. A legend. There's our self-confidence goals our little Spyro has right there. No. Damn it! I swear I'm trying to speed through this, but I still just want to collect everything. Yeah, whatever point in this level I was aspiring to do this all quickly, that kind of faded fairly quickly. Yeah, no, to be fair, these levels haven't gotten... They probably have gotten a bit bigger in scale, but they're still... Like, they're still a good... They're still about right for me, you know. A lot of room for exploration, but they're still, if you want to believe you got a tree with. Well, that's just tremendous. Oh yeah, sorry, I keep forgetting to change the music. It works well on something like Turok, where you hear the same song for quite a while, but obviously here you go between them quite quickly. Oh, is that the final? Oh wow. I assume there'd be something there, maybe that's something else. I forget exactly. Here we go, half an hour left. Confront a nasty Nork. Got half an hour left, Gan. I don't remember this fight at all, so this will be interesting. Wait, quicker, when you say it's not the corresponding voice actor... You mean it was the proper voice actor, or...? Oh gosh. Hello, you. He's one of the characters that they've added to Crash Team Racing, isn't he? Which, to be honest, is a bit of a weird choice, because he's... Isn't he only in the first game? Alright, come here, you. It's always the bit where they drop down, that always seems to be a good point to attack these. Like it. Ah! Damn it, I thought I had that. Come here. Hey! Why is that working? I've got... Surely that's what that key is for. What do you want out of me, game? Oh, that'd be cool, Jara. Oh yeah, it might be that. It wants the heavy race. That's gotta be right, surely. What was I not doing correctly though? Yeah, I was thinking they should have put in the female character. CTR's got like, well, it's got quite a few now because of the trophy girls and Torna, but still not got that many. Isn't like Bianca's like everyone's favourite character as well? Oh, you get another key, is it? Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Oh, game, he didn't make that very clear. I was really worried because I have heard of like a few bugs with this PC version. We've not had too much trouble on that, but I was starting to worry it was something like that. Yeah, I forgot this. This is basically quite a lot of, at least so far, it's a lot of the thief chasers. So I'm okay with. There we go. So now is that one the, was there another door? Hey. Hello. Oh, he's afraid of us. Probably shouldn't be afraid of us. Ah, damn it. Can't believe we did that. I don't know why I was rushing there. We didn't really have to. Yeah, we didn't really have to. Oh, gosh. I found this one a bit tougher than the second one. Oh, I've lost quite a bit of space on this one. I don't know if there's any checkpoints on this, so we might have to be reasonably quick. Have a look here. I think I got all the gems here, but cool. I suppose the thing is as well, a lot of characters in Crash Race and Team Racing look like nasty Nork anyway, like some sort of big brutish things. So. Yeah, which, I mean, Hunter's quite a funny choice, because Hunter's quite a lovably irritating character you love to hate kind of thing, isn't he? But still, it's really cool they've integrated Spyro stuff into it. I mean, Crash and Spyro just go to, like, they just go together as, like, mashing up two franchises really well, and they're both under the same house, and they also both have fairly similar origins, so yeah. Let's put them in all the same games. Oh, this one you actually have to chase him. I assume. So my memory of this is very vague. It's not terribly friendly. It's more of a platforming challenge, really, isn't it? Which is cool. I mean, it's a game of platforming, so I don't know if the I think I vaguely recall you doing the Ripto fight in 2, Cricket. Oh wow. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I guess we were able to beat that in, like, whatever time period it was. Thank you, Jeff.
Sorry I took so long.
Ow.
Almost forgot about you guys.
What about Ganasty Ganork?
Nasty Nork is toast.
So now there's order again in the Dragon Kingdom?
Well, mostly. I've still got some treasure to find.
What will you do next?
Terrorize all the local wildlife, apparently.
The sky's the limit.
Spyro, it's not terrorizing the livestock. What the hell, man? So drowning is how you speedrun Spyro. Oh yeah, Chris. It's a funny time to come in. Oh, Iron Galaxy. Oh, did they port this to PC? Or did they co-develop it? Oh, it's some lovely art there, isn't it? Yeah, it's probably not down in the history books as one of the best final boss fights ever, is it? I mean, it's I like the individual elements of it. It just is over before you know it, really, isn't it? Yeah, lovely guy, had a lot of fun with that. Although, I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think we should go back in 100% Spyro 1? Or go on to the second one? What do people think? Because I obviously missed quite a bit of the penultimate world there. Just once I realised I could actually beat this tonight. Yeah, no, yeah, it's... I mean, there's a reason when I played it on PSP, I don't think I expected to 100% it, so I always thought that spoke quite highly of it. And yeah, I had a lot of fun with it here. It's really nice to play at this kind of fidelity, and it just controls like butter. Just such a satisfying game to... Because I mean, the core component of it is collecting stuff, which that can so easily be a very monotonous activity in this kind of game. But they really nailed it in this. They really make it fun. Yeah, I think I'd be... Yeah, maybe I'll... I like that one. These are great, aren't they? I'm assuming this is probably like the Crash Insane trilogy, where you get the same credits for every game. So, I mean, it's not like the credits are going to be different for each game within the overall game. If that makes sense. At least we've got some cool art here. Like, I love that one. That's great. Yeah, I'll probably 100% Spyro 1. I mean, I wasn't sure. Sometimes with stuff like it's like when I streamed Rayman 1, I didn't. Some of the stuff of going after 100% I didn't stream. In fact, yeah, maybe I'll play it by ear, I guess. I'd be tempted to do some of the. Well, no, I guess I might as well show off every level. I was thinking maybe do some of that stuff off stream and then maybe have the final 100% part of it. Maybe stream that. I suppose we don't have to. Speedrun the second one before the direct. I've got to go in like 20 minutes, unfortunately. That would be quite fun, though. I love these. It's great use of all the unique dragon designs as well. I don't know how many of these are from the original and how many of these are newer ones, but so nice, aren't they? It'd be nice to get some sort of Spyro game with hand-drawn visuals, although it's probably a series really. I don't know if there's ever been a side-scrolling Spyro game, really start to finish. Like even at least the early Game Boy Advance ones were isometric. Like this art style is perfect for this. "90-minute world record on the books." Yeah. Well, he's excited for the direct as well, Amadeus. He's been saying kind of panically like, "Oh god, I hope the train's not late." So I better make sure I pick him up on time, haven't I? But yeah, I always find it's kind of hard to focus on the game right after a Nintendo Direct, because all you can think about is all the stuff they've announced, so maybe not a bad shout to kind of unexpectedly finish Spyro 1. No, John, no, we're both gonna watch it. It was quite nice, we kind of, all three of us were down, me and my other two brothers during E3, so we were all watching that, quite a bit of that, I don't mind you. Probably shouldn't have bothered with the Ubisoft conference in retrospect, but it was still quite a fun way to kind of experience those. The brother who's coming down tonight, Andrew, he's quite, he's the sort of person it'd be good to stick a camera on during a surprise announcement. He reacts in a really fun, excited way. I mean, not in a like some people like jump around the room. He's not quite that, but you can tell he gets excited, which is really cool. Just him starting the direct. I mean, I have streamed the direct before, which worked out better than I would have expected, as I remember. No, I always felt like a jerk talking over it if I ever happened to. So like, well, people probably want to mainly hear them, not me. I mean, I'd want to. But yeah, maybe I'll do that again in future, but yeah, excited for this one. A good meaty 40-minute direct. But yeah, this game was an absolute blast, man. I really... I mean, it's weird speaking of it with any kind of finality, because we're not really done with it. Yeah, probably, I mean, I've got like about 10 minutes. I say 10 o'clock, but I might go off slightly before, because that would be cutting it a bit fine. Yeah, cheers, Jeff. It's quite a fun one too, because we've had a couple of people in the chat who are familiar with this. Obviously yourself included. Cricket as well, Ben, I think one or two other people I think as well, to some capacity. I know you in particular, Jeff, are a really big fan of these. I always just hope it's not too maddening to, like that bit earlier where apparently I was right next to a key but wasn't seeing it. Just hope that's not too maddening. I love these are like my favourite thing I've seen of Spyro at all, like visually. Like, I love these bits of art. Like, they've got bloody Starbucks cups. Oh, that's great. Spyro's on a smartphone as well, wow. With a very 90s looking kind of slush puppy sort of thing as well. Oh, look, Sparks has shades on. God, these just keep getting better the more you look at them. Yeah, that's right, Joe. I streamed Mario Maker 2 one, which is quite fun. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I mean, we're in too far. We've got to let all this play. At least we've got some cool art. But I'm assuming these are one of those modern credits sequences that go on for ages. A lot of people work on games. Who knew? I know, like the Assassin's Creed one, the credit sequences for those are going to be like 5 hours long. I said they've got to be because I've never actually finished an Assassin's Creed game or played one that length really, but I know lots of people work on them. Hey, look, Mark Cerny! Look! It's PlayStation 4 man, and Marble Madness man, and Sonic 2, and... was it just Sonic 2 he worked on? I know he did stuff with Sega for a bit at least, and then yeah, he worked on like basically all of the Crash and Spyro PS1 games to some extent as well. Yeah, there he is. Of course, he's known now as like the PS4, and I think Vita as well, System Architect. And I think he's also their main man for the PS5 coming out as well. He got, I'm trying to think, I know when he made Marble Madness, he was he got his foot in the door, like, really, at a really young age. Yeah, I'm not talking, like, child prodigy, but, like, probably in his teens, I feel like he might have made that. Oh god, Chris. Those are quite weighty words, my friend. Oh, you can tell we're at the excitement, we're at the, like, the paralegal stuff. Oh, that would be your time to shine, Jeff. You could be a legal Spyro man. What an honour. Watch you be more in peace. Always, my friend. Always. Have we been? I know I always ask this in a very tedious manner. We've been all right. Tech-wise this stream as well, right? I know the elapsed stream time thing keeps stopping. I think that's probably my fault. I'm probably messing something up on that front. But oh, Jeff as well. I know your internet was struggling with this yesterday. Has it been a bit better today on that front? I hope so. I do hope so. I do hope so. But yeah, thanks. Oh gosh, how long are these? All these names are nice and normal as well. They're not really funny ones or ones I recognise. Come on. Someone have like Pancake as a surname or something. And then the problem is I'll feel bad about that because I'm like, oh god, they must have had so many jokes about that their entire life. So I'm sorry to all the pancakes out there. Oh, no, oh Jeff, have you played that yet? Yeah, I did see you tweet saying you wanted to stream that. I must stress, Jeff, if I'm streaming but you want to play and stream that, please go ahead. I don't want to... I mean, do what you want ultimately, of course, but I hate to feel like you feel you can't because of... I mean, I get kind of hung up in that thinking as well if other people are... Ah! Thank you, Bison. But yeah, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on that. That's probably the first... Is that the first time you'll be playing FF8 in a while, that remaster? Oh, did he, Joe? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's a good get for that. Oh look, what did he do on the Master System? Did he work on like the Master System port of Marble Madness maybe? Ah, no worries, Jeff. Oh, you did say you got the weekends off now, haven't you? So that's cool. Cricken. Cricken, you're like every third person in the chat of those directs. That's why, like, before I turn the chat off, all I see is just a wall of melee HD. It's what everyone wants. Which is fair enough, really. I think the only time they've re-released a Smash Brothers game, I I think it was just Wii Virtual Console. I don't think they did even on the Wii U. I might be wrong. Obviously, that was the 64 Smash game. But I don't know if that would get complicated come Brawl and not Brawling onwards with third-party characters. Oh, nice, Jeff. I did get about, I think, 15 hours into 8 on... Yeah, there were quite a number of PS1 games I played on PSP, and I finally went through Final Fantasy VII on PSP, and I think I got to the second disc on FF8. Unfortunately, I didn't entirely get along with it for some of the reasons you probably heard people criticise it for, but I'd be willing to give it another shot. I do like a lot about it. I just didn't really click with the battle system and some of the weirder mechanics, but I do think even though I did think they were still very interesting and admirable, it just got quite convoluted, and I remember not especially enjoying that aspect of it, but I'd be willing to give it another go. You know what I did think when I played FF8 though? I'd always heard how Squall was the most annoying protagonist. I didn't think he was that bad from what I mean, he says some things where it's like, alright, let's brighten you up a bit, kid, but I didn't, you know, I mean, I think it helped that you saw his inner thoughts and, you know, there's sort of strands of insecurity and then, like, teenage uncertainty there. So I didn't think he was too bad from what I saw. It's just funny because I always hear that built up as him just being so obnoxious of a character. He does say a few things where it's like, alright. I don't know, I guess hashtag Squall's not that bad. I guess I feel mildly concerned about it. I've only played a tiny bit of Crisis Core. I know the ending of that game people really big up, don't they? Okay. I hope there was nothing really important at the end of that. I should have stuck that out really, but I was like, I want to at least play like a minute or two of this.
Nasty's ancient history now. So, what's in there?
I believe this is Nasty's treasure hoard. But the gate will only open if you have found everything in the Dragon Kingdom. Come back when you have reached 100%.
Says who? What are the logistics of what is blocking me from that? That's fair enough. See if we can have a quick look at level in the food. The Nintendo Direct is just giving us Spyro credits. See, the problem is you kind of get to the point where you're like, well, what if they're about to end? And it would be a shame if I stopped it before they did. But realistically, they probably would. Yeah, I'd like to see you stream it, Jeff, just to see you stream FF8 anyway, but I would like to see some tips on it, I think, to get a better idea of it. I did feel quite flummoxed with 8. But I probably didn't give it enough of a fair shot. I like a lot about the sound's really cool, and I love the obviously the music's great in the Final Fantasy game. Oh gosh. Let's have a quick wander about. We've only got a few minutes. God, look at all these gems we missed here. What are we on to? Oh, we're on 88%, so that's pretty... That's not too bad going. I guess we were reasonably comprehensive for a lot of the game, weren't we? It's quite cool that it is quite a forgiving game, it seems, in terms of... Like, it doesn't feel like we had to 100% a crazy amount of it to still be able to get to the final boss. So that's quite nice. But heck, I suppose maybe I could 100% it in like another stream. Probably would be quite quick, wouldn't it? Yeah.
The fools you see in this world are invincible, but that does not mean they shouldn't be attacked.
Sounds alright to me.
That's might be kind of oddly doddering delivery of that. Doesn't mean you shouldn't still beat the shit out of them, my little friend. Fair enough. Well, that's well hidden, isn't it? Let's have a quick peek in Haunted Towers. I don't think we've got time to do all of it. Actually, yeah, I'm basically gonna have to go off in like a minute or two. Yeah, I think there's not really anything they can do about. Well, I mean, there's that mod of Final Fantasy IX on PC, the texture one, that also has like an experimental widescreen mode, but it does break a few scenes, or like you can see like a lot of visual artifacts. It would take probably a lot more reconfiguring than they probably would be willing to allocate budget and time-wise into a remaster like that. Oh, really, Jeff? That's quite funny. Yeah, it's that kind of childhood wonderment of the scale of a level seeming really quick, isn't it? Oh, it's the shame we skipped this level. Actually, it's quite. I mean, we'll continue it off next stream, but it's quite cool on this, isn't it? Although, how the hell do I sort you out? Not like that. Oh. Use a bomb on them, maybe? Who knows? But yeah, I am going to have to call it there. Thanks so much, everyone. I didn't expect to beat the game today. That's quite funny. Yeah, great tune. It's surprisingly serene tune for a level called Haunted Towers, but oh, it works for me. Still very cool. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed the direct. I'll be interested to hear everyone's impressions of it in time. I hope we had quite a few predictions, didn't we, in chat over the past couple of days. I hope some of those come true for those who really want them. We will get that new Clue Land game. Believe everybody. Melee HD will be 4x3. I mean, you can force Melee into like 16:9, can't you? On Dolphin, and so I think even on the original hardware, I think with a cheat code, like what I say. I think it mostly works alright. But yeah, thanks so much, everyone. Oh yeah, definitely, Cricket. I'll keep in touch on now that I got access to CTR again, the Switch one. So that's fun. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Oh, they do Cricket. That's quite cool. Yeah, thank you, Amadeus. Yeah, thank Jeff. Who have we got here? Jeff, Gig Guy, Chris, Cricken, Ben, Jawa, Jeff, Lucy. Gosh, I think that's everyone. If I've missed anyone, I'm so very sorry. But yeah, thank you, everyone. Bye bye.